cold, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter @IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now @IndianaSRN.
It is the last regular season game for the Rose-Hulman women's basketball team tonight, but this game would not be possible without our sponsors. First of all, Reynolds Farm Equipment, your local hometown John Deere dealer since 1955 with 5 central Indiana locations. Reynolds meets all your equipment parts and service needs. Boilermakers Local 374, representing skilled workers across Indiana. Discover the Boilermaker advantage with Local 374. Burtner Electric, spark with confidence, your trusted electrical partner since 1986. Wheeler Mission, helping our neighbors in need since 1893 thanks to generous, caring individuals like you. Morales Group Staffing, better building futures one story at a time. Let us help you find your next opportunity. LifeWise Academy. LifeWise Academy brings Bible education to public school students during school hours. Learn more at lifewise.org. LiUNA, the Build America Union, 500,000 strong, fighting for better wages, safer job sites, and greater opportunity. An IndianaSRN sports page, sports from border to border and coast to coast, your source for local high school and college sports coverage. Well, hello everyone, alongside our broadcast partner Chris Schumerth, I'm Sean Shepard. And would you believe it, Chris? It is the last regular season game for both these teams.
Yeah, it is that time of the season. A very exciting time with playoff implications that we'll get to watch tonight. But yeah, you got to have everything on the floor tonight.
For Earlham, this will be their last game as they have really struggled this season, 1-23. In fact, Their only win was the first game of the season, so they have lost 23 straight games. Well, for Rose-Hulman, simple. If they win, they're in. If they lose, they're not out just yet, because if Manchester also loses, then they will still be in the conference tournament.
Well, and this Rose-Hulman team is peaking at the right time of the season. They've won 3 out of 4. I saw the first of those 3 against Hanover a couple weeks ago. I was impressed with their discipline. It seems like Coach Paul has things going in the right direction in terms of the program that he's trying to build in the long term.
They got a chance to talk to him a little bit before the game, and he said a big factor of that has been the rebounding, the defense, and really good ball movement as well.
Well, Sophia Reese really controls the game as well on the offensive end, and that's not just the scoring that she does, and she'll do some scoring, but it's also just making the right pass and getting her teammates in the right position.
And she missed a lot of the first half of the season, so it's been really nice having her back for Coach Paul. Some players to look out for, though. I would say for Rose-Hulman, and you can never go wrong with Caitlin Fennell, averaging 17 points a game the last 13 games, averaging almost 15 points a game this season. She has been a real force for this Rose-Hulman team.
And she shoots 40% from three-point range, so she'll be a player that we'll be watching, but also that Earlham's going to have to really pay attention to throughout the night.
On the other side, if Earlham wants to get their second victory of the year, it'll have to beat through Amari Wright. The 5'2 junior guard from Muncie, Indiana, averages about 14 points a game, almost 5 rebounds a game, and 4.5 assists a game. So she's kind of doing a little bit of everything on the offensive side.
And she'll get a lot of help from Berkeley Shelton, who averages a double-double. It's going to have to be that tandem. If Earlham's going to have a good night, it's going to start with those two.
Yeah, it's going to be for Earlham, they're trying to play spoiler. They're trying to get their second win of the season, end the season on a high note, while for Rose-Hulman, again, if they win, they're in. So they do not want to overlook this game at all, even though it's easy to do it with a team like Earlham.
Yeah, and I don't think they will. I think we'll see a very focused Fighting Engineers tonight. I think they'll be ready to take care of business.
Take a short break here, come back with some keys to the match for both these squads. This is college basketball here on RHIT.TV. Welcome back to Rose-Hulman here from Terre Haute, Indiana. Sean Shepard, also my broadcast partner, Chris Schumerth. And let's go over some keys to the match for both these teams. I'll pass this off to my broadcast partner, Chris. What does Earlham have to do today in order to get this win?
Well, they're going to have to find some three-point shooting from somewhere. Their starting lineup doesn't shoot it particularly well from 3, and in today's game it's very difficult to compete with almost anybody if you're not making some three-pointers. So if you're Earlham, you got to find some threes tonight.
Well, for Rose-Hulman, what would you say would be the biggest factor for them to clinch their spot in the HCAC tournament this year?
I think they've just got to keep continuing what they've been doing the last couple of weeks. Again, they're a very disciplined team led by an experienced point guard. They're going to move the ball around. They're going to make the right pass, and those things are going to be key to what they're trying to do.
Now, the last 4 games, as we mentioned, they've won the last 3. They won against Hanover, the game that you saw. And what did you see in that game against Hanover? That kind of like split the switch for this team.
Yeah, that's exactly the right way to put it. I just saw a team that was moving the ball very, very efficiently. You know, they're not a team that has an overwhelming scorer, and so that type of style is very important because they were getting great shots. Even earlier in the game when the shots weren't necessarily falling, they were getting great looks. And I think they'll get great looks tonight as well because they'll move the basketball.
Now, if we take a look at like the possible scenarios for what's going on here for Rose-Hulman basketball. If they win today, Bluffton and Hanover lose, it looks like they would be the 6th seed with the 8-10 record. The only way Rose-Hulman does not get in this game today is if they lose to Earlham, Bluffton wins, Hanover wins, or Hanover loses but has a higher NIP ranking, and Manchester wins, and Manchester has a higher NIP ranking. So a lot of things have to happen for them not to make the tournament. They're not a lock, but they're in really good shape to make the tournament.
It's always a good feeling when you're in control of your own destiny. So if they would happen to lose this game and then all the things happen in other places that prevent them from getting in, they could really only hold themselves responsible for that.
Yes. So it looks like they will either be a 6, 7, or 8 seed. So it's kind of the way it's looking for Rose-Hulman. They will have to travel to a top 4 seed next week because the top 4 seeds do host.
You're talking about whether or not they get in. I tell you what, I'm thinking about who the team is that they're going to play if they do get in, and I almost want to say when they get in because their chances are very, very good at getting in. And if I were one of those top seeds, they just beat Anderson, who's probably going to be the 3 seed. I'm not so sure that I would want to play this Rose-Hulman team right now.
Especially, as you just mentioned, Rose-Hulman just not only beat Anderson a couple weeks ago, but blew them out. They won by 25 points, 79-54, and lost to Mount St. Joseph, who is going to be either the 4 or 5 seed. And then Bluffton as well, who is still fighting for their playoff hopes as well.
And I just think, too, that their brand of basketball is going to travel. And I mean that geographically, but I don't just mean it geographically. I just mean it's going to translate in almost any setting. Discipline and making the right pass works almost anywhere.
We'll take a short break here. Come back with starting lineups right after this. This is college basketball here on RHIT.TV.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Forward, number 21, Berkeley Shelton. At forward, number 23, Alexis Lynch. And now, let's get the starting lineup for your Rose-Hulman Fire Engineers. At guard, 5'7" junior from Las Palmas, Spain, number 2, Maria Troy Rodriguez. At guard, 5'4" junior from Jeffersonville, Indiana, number 3, Sophia Reese. Forward, 5'10" junior from El Paso, Texas, number 12, C.K. Gallegos Rodriguez. Guard, 5'9" sophomore
All right. So you just heard the starting lineups looking to get this game started, and a couple players that stand out for me. Sophia Reese has been playing pretty well. She's been averaging almost 12 points a game the last 13 games as well, so she's really seen her productivity go up quite a bit as well. She's been really solid for this squad. Almost 4 assists as well. And the game's underway. The final 40 minutes for Earlham. And let's see, with the win here, Rose Hulman getting into the HCAC tournament. Hawkins. Ball kicked. Reese has it. See Rodriguez. Left-handed layup falls. And Rodriguez really not giving any leeway. Rose Hulman showing some pressure.
Interesting. Only Hawkins' second start of the season for Rose Hulman. What a time for it.
I noticed that. That would make sense. So she might be in a boot as well. There's Reese. Pass inside. And Rodriguez trying to go for 2 for 2. Too strong. And here comes Earlham trying to get on the board. Driving in right. Way off with the layup. Here comes Rose Hulman again. Let's see how their ball movement is here in the first couple of minutes of the game, because that's something that Coach Paul really wanted to see well, and that's a pretty good ball movement there. That leads to a 3 for Fennell.
And yeah, the ball doesn't stand still on that side of the basketball. I think we're going to see a really good dose of that, and looks like they're going to do a little bit of pressing tonight as well.
Yeah, it looks like they did not come here to mess around. They came here to secure their spot, not to rely on some help to get in. Pass a little bit high, and Shelton will draw the foul. Take a look at that 3 again from Fennell. She's been shooting the ball really well this season, 41% from 3, and that was a long 3.
Yeah, she made sure she was outside the second arc.
Yeah.
But we were just talking, Emma Shipp, who's typically in the starting lineup, a sophomore for Rose, 5'10" sophomore, does a lot of work for them in the rebounding department, scores almost in double figures. On the bench tonight with a boot on her right leg.
Well, that's too bad. Hopefully she'll be all right in time for the HCAC playoffs. Reese almost going coast to coast. 5-2, Rose Hulman lead. Felton inside. Turnaround will not fall. And bodies on the floor will be a foul on Fennell.
Fennell had just gone to the deck after shooting the basketball, and then the rebounder trips right over her. So a foul, nothing intentional or malicious, but definitely the right call.
Yeah. Let's see how Wright responds after missing that first shot going in. And redeems herself from that first layup. Her first 2 points of the game.
Oh.
Pass inside, yes. Sophia Reese to Caitlin Fennell. I don't think Fennell was ready for it.
And that's our first look at the kind of passer that Reese is. But then we get it
right back on the other side.
Back on the other end.
Right to Shelton. And there we go again. Hawkins inside. Another assist from Reese. That's her 3rd assist already. And here goes back inside again for Shelton, just trading baskets back and forth. And before you know it, back-to-back assists for Wright as well. Very entertaining last minute of basketball. Reese, the three, yes! Deep three for Sophia Reese. 31% three-point shooter. She shot that from Indiana State. Your offensive rebound. Back outside. Garcia. Back to right. Open in the corner. Garcia three. Outside the backboard, might have been tipped. Here comes Reese again for Rose Hulman. Hawkins outside, thought about the three, will not take it. Instead drives inside. Right-handed layup will not fall. Ball last touched off of Earlham.
There's that. Another look at that three from Reese. Gets a little almost screen, doesn't need it. She doesn't take shots like that very often, so interesting that she made that choice.
And Fennell hits another three. 3 threes early for Rose Hulman. 15-8 start. Rose Hulman, the first 4 minutes of the game, had 15 points. Offensive rebound, Garcia puts it back up and puts it back in.
Garcia may have gotten away with a little push there. And this Rose team, by the way, is 8th in the conference in three-point percentage. So this start is significant for them.
But if you look on the opposite side, Earlham bottom 2 in opposing three-point percentage.
Yep. Good look.
Kind of evens itself out here. Right. Open shot. Too strong. Gallegos Rodriguez. To Rodriguez inside. Back. Just deflected ball right in the hands of Rodriguez, who takes a three. Off the back iron. Offensive rebound after the ball was tipped. Looks like Fennell got a finger on that and just tipped it back outside. And Fennell misses the layup. Made a little bit of contact, no call. And then Wright travels with the ball. Lead us to our first media timeout. Rose Hulman on top, 15-10 here on RHIT.TV.
Rose allowed me to have a good foundation as an engineer. Like, you enjoy solving those problems. There are 500 different directions that we could go, and only one is likely the right one that's going to work. Figuring out why it works or why it could work, what could break, like really thinking 5 steps ahead. That's what Rose teaches you to do. It's not a factory of like just trying to get people out the door and getting them their degrees. Like, they genuinely care about each individual student. They want you to walk away feeling like you got out of it what you wanted. That's what sets Rose Hulman apart. Together, we are Rose Hulman.
Back here at Rose Hulman, 15-10 at Rose Hulman due to some hot shooting from three to begin with.
Yeah, Reese has got one. That's maybe the more surprising one. Fennell, here's this last one from Fennell. Again, just really careful with her footwork. Make sure she's getting 3 for that shot, not 2. There was a time in basketball where you might not have been as careful. You know, you make an 18, 19-foot shot. No big deal. But now with the analytics discussion all the time, you know, those players they know where their feet are at.
Yeah, the issue used to be the long twos, and now the issue is stepping out of bounds on the corner, in the corner of the arc. Inside, Meyer and she draws the foul as well. First 2 for her. She just checked in, as did Peterson.
Nice footwork there. Here it is again. A little left hook. She'll get another opportunity to make it a 3-point play.
Sarah Riley also checked in for Earlham. (18-10) the lead for Rose Hulman. How does Earlham respond? Backdoor, Nice open shot for three. That ball movement was really nice out of that timeout.
Well, and Amari Wright, she's showing a few things from the point guard position for Earlham. She leads the conference in assists.
Nice shot from Peterson to keep her pivot foot down. But going back to Wright, you said she leads the conference in assists.
For a last place team, that's pretty good. And there she is again.
Pretty athletic. She's really been a bright spot for this squad so far. 7 points for her already. Really been the duo of Shelton and Wright. And now Earlham with the chance to just cut to a one-possession game again. I think Rose Hulman had that one read. They did. And a steal for Rose Hulman. Reese, another three. Here comes Earlham again. Inside, Lynch. Shelton got it back. Open three for Riley, will not fall. Ball tipped, rebounded by Rose Hulman. Reese. Open three for Fennell. Will not hit it, rebounded by Peterson, passes up right away, and now in the open three for Reese, will not fall. Rebounded again by Peterson. And a long two, will not fall. An empty possession for the Engineers.
On several good looks.
I would like to have seen Peterson maybe go up with the third time because she got to get rewarded for those rebounds, but a steal for Godoy Rodriguez, going up with her left hand and lays it in, back up to a 7-point lead. She's got 4 points already, matching her average. Inside to Wright. Whenever you need a basket, who do you call? Wright.
She wanted a foul too.
May have a little bit of a point there. She's only 5'2", but she is pretty strong, is able to use her body and really create a shot for her. A couple of substitutions. Diaz checking in for Rose Hulman. Riz Godfrey checking in for Earlham.
And the way that Wright took on Reese there in the one-on-one, I mean, that's got to be something Earlham's got to come back to.
That's been the most effective thing tonight. Fennell, three.
She's getting anything she wants as long as they're deep. She seems comfortable shooting them.
Well, she made her first two. Still, if you're having a night shooting 2 of 4 from three, you'd take that.
And if you're Earlham, you'll take this first quarter.
Mm-hmm. Keeping it competitive with Rose Hulman so far. Right again. Hangs on the rim for a second, drops.
Rose Hulman has no answer right now for Wright.
It's back to a 3-point game. Peterson draws the foul. Foul on Godfrey, her first. Just 4 combined team fouls on both these teams in the first quarter. Peterson, a 78% free throw shooter. What have you seen from this Earlham team so far?
A lot of Amari Wright is what I've seen so far. She's an impressive player, and she can do a lot, whether it's start the offense on the pass, whether it's drive, and she did make that three. Her three-point percentage isn't that high, and neither are most of her teammates, but she did make the one. And a lot of times, that's all it takes to open things up for you, if you show that you can make that shot.
Only a junior as well. Shelton draws the foul. She went 2 for 2 from the charity stripe earlier today at just 46% from the free throw line this season. Gabrielle Watkins checks back in. Off the rim. First missed free throw from either squad tonight. Earlham now 2 of 3. Rose Hulman 3 of 3. Splits the pair, back to a 4-point game, under a minute to go in the first quarter. Peterson gets control of it back. Diaz finds Fennell. Inside, Galgos Rodriguez will not get the shot to fall.
I was right on the defense on that play.
Looked like they were trying to do a little bit of a 2-for-1 action to end the first quarter. Rose Hulman should get the final shot in the first quarter. Open 3.
Great look, though, from Wright.
It was. Yeah, Wright's been making the plays. She would probably have a couple more assists if her teammates knock down some of the open shots. Fennell, jumper will not fall, and that'll end the first quarter. High scoring first quarter, 24-20. Rose Hulman on top here on RHIT.TV.
At Rose Hulman, our goal is to give our students the world's best STEM education in an environment of individual attention and support, all while achieving over 98% job placement after graduation. Your first year at Rose is all about building community. During your time at Rose, you'll be collaborating with other students in a diverse array of clubs, intramurals, and out in the community. You might be in the 40% of students that play a sport, or the third that are involved in fraternities and sororities. Over 90% of all Rose Hulman students have at least one internship, co-op or research opportunity, or study abroad by the start of their senior year. Your degree in STEM means you won't be stuck on one path, though. STEM is all about creative problem solving, and Rose Hulman is a place where creative minds thrive. The skills you learn here will help you reach your career goals and will grow with you as a person for the rest of your life.
24-20 at John McCutcheon Court here at Rose Hulman in Terre Haute, Indiana. 11 first quarter points for Amari Wright, and she's been really the main factor to why Earlham's still been in this game.
Yeah, she's got to clean up, taking care of the basketball. She did have 4 turnovers in the first quarter, the first frame. So she gets that cleaned up. And, you know, if you're Rose Hulman, you got to find an answer pretty quick here. Because she was the most important player in that first quarter. And you don't want to be saying that if you're Rose Hulman. Even though they have a lead, it's only 4.
Right to begin the second quarter. Inside, Watkins. Back outside, Godfrey a 3, yes! It's a 1-point game.
Earlham playing his inspired basketball so far.
Earlham really playing with nothing to lose, as their season will end after tonight. Pass inside, intercepted. Here comes Wright. And draws the foul. That foul on Galgos Rodriguez. Just her first. Too strong on the first one. Had a chance to tie it up there.
If you're Earlham, it would be a heck of a time to pick up your first conference win of the season.
As mentioned, Earlham only has won a single game this season, and it actually came in the season opener.
Don't see that very often either.
So 23 straight losses entering tonight. Fennell, long 2. And Fennell in double digits with 10.
I think we're also seeing Ship's absence on this Rose Hulman team. They don't look like they're in rhythm.
Here comes Reese. Inside. Shot won't fall for Rodriguez. Right pass inside to Riley, misses the layup. And it's rebounded by Rose Holman. A missed opportunity there for Earlham.
And another great look.
Reese. Contact, no call. Rebounded by Rose Holman. Going back up with it with her left hand. This time we'll get the whistle.
I thought the first time she got fouled. I didn't have a great look at the second one.
Reese, a 87% free throw shooter. One of the best in the conference. One more to go for her. That foul, by the way, on Riley. And trapped and forces a turnover. Some nice defense from Reese and Gallegos Rodriguez.
We were just looking at where she is in the free throw percentage in the conference. I think she would be second, but I don't think she's shot enough free throws to even.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. But you know who's on top?
Is her teammate.
Caitlin Fennell. The jump ball, possession arrow remains with the Engineers. A 3-2. Fennell's got to put up a shot soon and just loses control of it and goes out of bounds. Would have been a shot clock violation anyways, so the Quakers will get the ball back. Some nice defense from Earlham. Pass a little bit behind Riley, but still maintains it. Inside, some contact. No call, letting him play here so far. Pass inside, Fennell. A little bit too fast. And pass ahead to Shelton. Layup will fall this time. And a timeout taken. So they're going to make it into a media timeout. So take a break here and come back here. 28-25 here on RHIT.TV.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Rose Holman on top, but been a much better game than anticipated. Give credit to Earlham.
And Rose Holman so far missing the presence, the strong presence down low of Emma Shipp. Seem to be kind of struggling and grasping a little bit for their own rhythm in this game. They were fortunate in that they hit some early threes, got out to a nice little lead, but have really struggled to find the kinds of shots that they normally do with that inside player presence. I think they could be more patient, though. I think they're kind of rushing some possessions. That's another example, although that wasn't a bad shot. It's a good look, but it's a mid-range shot, and it's 5 seconds into the shot clock.
Peterson drives in. Layup will not fall. That one might have been a little bit forced, and now here comes Earlham again. Gets her own rebound, passes back outside for the tie. Won't fall. Here's Peterson. Driving inside, left-handed layup will fall.
Nifty little move.
She's been pretty solid for this squad this season. Just a freshman from Cincinnati, averaging 10 points and 3 rebounds.
Always good to have a sub.
Watkins packets inside to Shelton.
They say always good to have a sub who brings that kind of production.
Inside. Fennell retreats. Draws the foul.
Right now with 11 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Again, she has turned it over. So if you're trying to find one weakness in her game so far, she has been a little bit careless with the basketball, but doing a lot of things well.
Really been keeping her team in it.
And that's one of the primary beneficiaries of what Wright does, which is Berkeley Shelton, the junior from Pendleton Heights. Shelton's 4 for 6 from the field so far. 3 for 4, 5 for 6. Check that from the line.
Yeah,
so she's been a sure thing too.
Yeah, she's been a 46% charity stripe shooter this season. So the fact that she's 5 for 6 right now is pretty impressive.
Yeah, she looks confident doing it.
Back up to a 3-point lead. Wright drawing the play.
There's the 2-man game with those two. If you're Earlham, I don't know why you wouldn't do a lot of that.
There's one of them. Shelton loses a defender. Shot won't fall. Rebounded by Rose Hulman.
Pretty good look.
Peterson drives in. And then a miscommunication saved by Fennell. And Fennell will draw the foul. So looks like she was going up. Will they give her 2 free throws? Yes, they will.
For a 40% three-point shooter, Fennell is showing early in this game that she's not afraid to put it on the deck.
And again, the conference leader in free throw shooting at almost 88%. The last person you want to foul if you are Earlham. Right? Is fouled. Who are they going to call that one on? Is that Peterson? It is. Just her first. Five-point lead for Rose Hulman. But Earlham not going away here. Riley.
And that was welcome for Earlham, because outside of Shelton and Wright, no one's got more than 3 points.
Shelton inside. Wright again. Nice pass. Blocked from behind from Rodriguez.
Nifty little play there from Reese. Good use of her feet, good use of the pump fake. So smooth on the floater.
7 points for her. Back up to a 5-point lead. Ball tipped. Earlham has it back. Last touch by Earlham. Couple substitutions.
Watkins there didn't like it, and I think she had a point.
Garcia and Lynch check back in. And Aubrey Barrett checks in for Rose Hulman. Timeout called by Rose Hulman. Just a 30-second timeout. What does Rose Hulman need to do here to kind of... Are they reviewing something?
Yeah, so... Yeah,
looks
I had
looks like they might
about
have
that call too.
Looks like they might have challenged the call.
So I think Rose Hulman could use some longer possessions. I think that right now, and part of it is because they feel like they can get shots that they sort of want, which is why I think they're rushing some possessions. But it's such a strength of this team when they're just moving the ball quickly that if they drag some of these possessions out, I think they're going to get much better looks at the basket.
And for Earlham, how can they get players other than Shelton and Wright involved?
Well, they may not need to. and that is really a credit to Wright, because Wright is controlling so much of the game on that end of the floor. But yeah, if you're Rose Hulman, I mean, one thing you could do, and one thing I would think very seriously about doing, is putting your best defender on her and just making her work all the time. You know, do a little TJ McConnell, make her bring the ball up with some pressure. When she doesn't have the ball, face guard her. You know, don't let her get it back. Those are the kinds of things I'd be thinking about, because when she doesn't have the ball, Earlham's a much different basketball team.
She'll probably have to play all 40 minutes tonight for them to have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, she's going to get a lot of minutes for sure.
She averages 34 already. Gotta wonder if Fennell's going to be in a similar situation, averaging 33 points a game. But, you know, if you win, you're in. So that's kind of how it is for Rose Hulman.
And, of course, if you're Rose Hulman, you also need to find some sort of answer for Shelton. And they do have some post players outside of Ship who are formidable. So I can't see why they wouldn't find some sort of answer.
As you can see, the call was overturned, so Earlham will get the ball back. And quick possession for Earlham. Now it's Rose Hulman going coast to coast. Peterson
did a lot of that a couple weeks ago against Hanover, too. I like her as a player.
She's got 8 points in the first half. A lot of those have come here in the second quarter. And gets a steal. Riley lost control of it. Meyer and a foul on Barrett.
Part of me wonders, you know, why not put Peterson on Shelton? See what happens there. That'd be an interesting matchup. Shelton's getting a little breather right now, but we'll see if we get any of that matchup later in the game.
Yeah, she does have some size on her. Garcia. Not a whole lot of long passes, more really just handoffs, but ends up in Amari's hand. And Amari Wright, another layup for her, 13 in the first half.
We did see Barrett there trying to prevent Wright from getting the ball back, doing some face guarding. Didn't work out, obviously, but
Barrett. 3 for Peterson. Airballs it. He's got to put it back up and does not hit the rim, but it's rebounded by Earlham anyways. And Barrett will be called for the foul. That's her second one already. That's a 5th foul, so Earlham the rest of the court, the rest of the half will be shooting free throws. See the second one. That's one thing that she's kind of struggled with today, Amari Wright. Free throws, 1 of 4. Leaving some free points off the board.
An interesting stat for you. Aubrey Barrett has played in 9 games all year, started 0. She's taken 10 field goals all year, and she's in this game right now.
Kind of a chance to see what everyone else has with the absence of Emma Shipp. And Watkins, wild shot will not fall, but Barrett loses it. Here comes Wright again. Reverse layup, hit the rim first.
And of course, Barrett does have a big knee brace on, so who knows, maybe some of that's injury related.
Peterson loses control but gets it back. Here comes Fennell. 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Earlham has done a better job on Fennell in this second quarter.
Here's a 3 for Meyer.
It's huge.
With 2 to shoot. Wright's got to put it up from half court. Almost goes in, but that'll end the first half. Take a look at that 3 again, a high arcing 3 from Meyer.
Always helps to have that stretch to pop back on that pick and roll. And high arcing shot goes.
Take a short break here, come back with our halftime show. Rose Hulman up by 7 at halftime. This is college basketball here on RHIT.TV.
My first role model was definitely my dad, because he was an engineering major.
My mother's in this field, so it kind of got me interested in it.
The fun is actually learning it, getting through all these experiences, having to go around that you can celebrate things with. That makes it very different.
You know, this school changed my life.
Here tonight, I would remind you that the Stone Age did not end because of a lack of stones. Every major advance in civilization is a result of innovation.
So Rose Hulman coming up on 150 years. The feeling that I have is a sense of privilege to be a part of it.
I like to make things. That's something I really enjoy doing. Creation, problem solving. I tend to have ideas and think, okay, can I make that? And I give it a shot, whether the answer is yes or no.
There's just a lot of people care a whole lot here on this campus.
I feel immense pride in that community, the place where students, staff, and faculty have the opportunity to look into the future and see themselves. Engineers are not in the business of predicting the future, we're in the business of creating the future.
And want to make it good, want to make it strong, and want to make it just as great as it can be for the next 150 years.
Each of you has an original story. Rose-Hulman has its own story too, in which you play a crucial part. Your time contributed to our 150th year history of innovation, entrepreneurship, and discovery. That has significantly helped us shape the world. Today, our stories continue into the future. And I know you'll all make us proud.
Halftime here from Hobart Arena in Terre Haute, Indiana. Rose-Hulman on top of Earlham, 41-34. Sean Shepard alongside our broadcast partner, Chris Schumer. Going to go over some quick stats real quick. We have 3 players in double digits, 2 by Earlham, which are Wright and Shelton. Then 1 by Rose-Hulman, which is Caitlin Fennell. And going over some quick stats, Rose-Hulman shooting 36% from the field, 40% from 3 at 3 of 10, and have not missed a free throw at 7 of 7. While for Earlham shooting 42%, but just 2 of 7 from 3 at 29%, and then have missed 4 free throws at 6 of 10. Something else that stands out for me, turnovers. 7 turnovers for Earlham, just 3 for Rose-Hulman, and points off those turnovers, 5-0 in favor of Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, they really saved a little bit in that first half by the fact that they shot 40% from three-point land, because they did not shoot well other than that. They were outshot in the half definitely by Earlham. Very close in the rebounding margin, very close in assists. Turnovers definitely in favor of Rose-Hulman there, as Earlham has turned the ball over 7 times. But a close basketball game, and one of the differences so far is just that Rose-Hulman's been able to make some threes. And we did talk before the game about how Earlham's going to have to try to find some ways to make some threes. They did make a couple of them. They didn't shoot that many of them. And with Wright and Shelton, I guess you don't have to.
Yeah, Wright and Shelton have really just been the 1-2 punch, and really just been doing really well from scoring on the inside. Play another short break here. 7-point lead for Rose-Hulman at the half. This is college basketball here on RHIT.TV.
When I catch myself becoming curious, I notice my peripheral vision attenuating.
There's definitely a thrill.
Definitely keeps me up at night.
I think I'm somebody who, when I'm curious about something, I take immediate action. I'm immediately running.
Curiosity for me, if I had to describe it in terms of a physical sensation, it would definitely be an itch. I have to scratch that until that sensation is gone.
It is definitely just an itch I can't scratch until I figure out what's going on, figure out what is at the bottom of everything.
What initially drew me in is, as a kid, you're like, yes, up is black at night. So I think that was really appealing to me, knowing that there was some hidden magic behind this veil of darkness. I do really like space. Space is one of my favorite things, just in general, all of space. 10 out of 10.
The kind of brain that thrives is a curious mind.
Curiosity is such an important part of the academic endeavor.
And without curiosity, we wouldn't have the society we have today.
You don't explore the unknown if you're not curious.
Eyes. I live for that. I teach for that.
I mean, you can't teach curiosity. You just need to encourage your students to be curious. Curious in anything that they do. Curious so that it brings out the innovations, the new ideas.
Still a 7-point lead for Rose-Hulman at halftime. Sean Shepard alongside our broadcast partner Chris Schumerth. And again, Rose-Hulman wins, and they are in the conference playoffs. So,
not exactly as comfortable as they wanted to be in this moment. Got a ways to go here in the second half to pick this one up.
Again, if you sound like you're going to make a point right before we went to break about how about the bench as well. 14 bench points compared to 5 for Rose-Hulman, and that they're in favor of that, and a lot of that has to do with Peterson and Meyer.
Yeah, I'm glad you're giving me credit for that, because that's a really important point, and I'd love to think it originated in my brain, but I think actually we got to give you the credit for that.
I was trying to give you credit for something. It's not like you wanted to say something before we went.
I was going to say something. I don't know what it was.
I don't either.
It wasn't that.
I don't know what it was either. But we were talking about turnovers and points off turnovers. And, it's going to be really interesting to see how Rose-Hulman answers in the second half, because realistically, they should be beating this team by a decent margin. And what do you think Coach Paul is telling them at halftime?
Well, I don't know how badly this goes against Coach Paul's coaching philosophy, but I wonder how Earlham would respond to his zone, because they don't like to shoot it from outside. They depend so much on kind of Wright's driving ability and then her dishing to Shelton. And I think if you're playing a zone, you'd probably find ways to cut those things off in ways that they're struggling to do in the one-on-one. And the other thing that I pointed out right before the end of the first half, I wouldn't mind seeing Peterson match up against Shelton a little bit here in the second half.
Yeah, Peterson's got some size on her, but just doesn't have the body mass. Peterson at 5'9", Shelton at 5'10", so I'll tell you what, Peterson's every part of 5'9". She is pretty tall.
And she's athletic, and so, you can get beat by a half step and kind of recover with length. And just something I'd like to see. Maybe Coach knows better than I do on that. Maybe it would be an advantage for Earlham, but they just didn't have very many answers for Shelton, and that's one thing we didn't see in that first half.
Emma Shipp would have. It would have been a different story with Emma Shipp.
Sure, yeah. Emma Shipp would be who you'd want in that spot typically.
Take a short break here. Come back with the second half. Earlham trailing by 7. The final 20 minutes coming up after this on RHIT.TV.
A lot of times when you come to Rose, students will say the work is hard. And it is.
There's rumors about the difficulties of Rose-Hulman. I would say they're on par for the most part.
But 9 times out of 10, at the end, the student's going to end with that statement, but it's worth it, or I really enjoy it. And I think that's really the key part. Like, if you really like doing something, it's going to be a lot of work.
So the commonality is just the love for science and math. Mathematics is really the basis of all science and engineering. It's the language that we use.
We need to make sure that they have that backbone in order to succeed as future scientists and engineers.
We collaborate as faculty, and they see how one class starts to impact another class.
Math, science, technology, how intertwined they are.
Our students are very driven in everything that they're doing.
Is that opportunity to be pushed, because we do push the student to see what it is that you're actually capable of. We're not just saying, here, go do this hard project. We are right there with them. I think that matters.
Our job is to create a safe place to fail. That would be terrifying if you did that alone.
That results in students that are ready to walk out of the door and into their place of work, ready to be a productive contributor.
So our professors all know us by name.
It was refreshing to know that I would have a relationship with my professors.
And I think that's key.
Because of the very low class size here, it gives me, the instructor, an opportunity to actually be engaged with the student.
We know who's struggling, we know who's doing well, we know who's getting it.
Basically, everybody knows everybody here.
The faculty are there for you.
All of our students are advised 100% by faculty.
Your professors already know you. Even if you haven't met them, chances are your professors have talked about you to other professors.
And we do all of our classes in 10 weeks.
Very fast-paced.
So as difficult as the courses might be, as rigorous
and difficult
as it might feel for those 10 weeks, you know that everyone here has your back.
I think the big thing that I want people to always know when I talk about Rose-Hulman is we, the faculty, are here at Rose-Hulman because we love teaching. That is the reason we are here, and I think that sets us apart from all other institutions.
Second half just about to begin between Rose-Hulman and Earlham. So Rose-Hulman with a 7-point lead. Again, just joining us. If they win, they're in. If they lose, they're not necessarily out. They are in really good shape. The only way that Rose-Hulman does not get in the conference playoff is if Bluffton wins, Hanover wins, and Manchester wins, and Manchester has a higher NPI ranking. And that's also if Rose-Hulman loses as well.
Something to keep an eye on the second half. So something that doesn't necessarily jump out in the game, but Maria Garoy Rodriguez for Rose-Hulman was their top plus-minus differential, so she was +8. She did have 5 rebounds and 3 assists and 4 steals. So we didn't call her name a lot, but she was a very productive player in the first half.
And 3 blocks to go along with 6 points. A really nice first half for her. So just did about everything.
Did. And we barely noticed.
And remember, she's 5'7", so it's not like she's 5'9", 5'10", 6 foot. She's 5'7", doing all this with 4 steals and 3 blocks, really being a true two-way player today.
One of the best aspects of the game of basketball is that you can sort of quietly do all that, and everyone's just noticing who's putting the ball in the basket.
Rose-Hulman does have 9 assists, and that's something else that Coach Paul talked to me about as well, was the ball movement and the fact that they've been having 18 or 20 assists the last 3 or 4 games. So something else to look at. But Rodriguez has got to shoot, and she does not hit rim, which makes it a shot clock violation, which actually could be a break for Rose-Hulman because they can set up their defense now.
Well, and that kind of is even more interesting because Rodriguez is now 3 for 12 in the game. So her +8 in that first half wasn't because she's scoring, although she does
another
score
steal.
there.
Garoy Rodriguez with 8 points. And now this is Rose-Hulman's largest lead of the game at 9. And this time the other Rodriguez, Gallegos Rodriguez, blocking. That one goes out of play.
Reese fortunate there. I'm not sure her teammates knew who she was passing the ball to. One of them caught it.
Yeah, Fennell got that steal, by the way. An errant pass.
It's the broadcaster jinx right there.
I'm blaming you. You get a call about an announcer's jinx. Ooh. Another steal for Fennell. And the first double-digit lead of the game for Rose-Hulman.
I like this adjustment too for Rose. You know, like let's just put more pressure on you in the backcourt so that you can't set up that offense where we have had so much trouble stopping Wright and Shelton.
It's a second turnover the last 2 possessions for Earlham in the backcourt. And a foul, and draws the foul. And it was Shelton again. Here comes Riley. In for Earlham, and then Julia Meyer in for Gallegos Rodriguez. That's her third personal foul. This is the free throw. Remains a 9-point game.
So for us to watch, Shelton's season high is 24 against Worcester. She's got 15.
A three for Fennell. Won't fall. Rebounded by Shelton. Here comes Wright. Some nice ball movement here from Earlham. Inside to Shelton. Left-handed layup will not fall. Rebounded by Hawkins.
She's finished ones that were a lot more difficult than that in this game. Pretty good look for her.
Another three for Meyer will not fall. Hit one to end the first half. Ball was tipped. Luckily found the hands of Shelton if you're Earlham, but misses the layup.
There it is again. Broadcaster jinx. Start talking about season high.
There's still 17 minutes left in the game, so it's still very, very doable. But speaking of someone who's been playing very well today, Maria Godoy Rodriguez. 10 points for her. And Wright answers right back with 2 more of her own. That's 16 points for her.
Reese has been quiet in this game, and I think a lot of that credit has to go to Sarah Riley, who's hounding her.
Well, Reese does have 7 points and 4 assists, so she's doing what she's supposed to be doing, and she makes a bucket right there. 9 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, and 1 block. There's Shelton on the other end. And at this point, Rose Hulman would be okay with just trading baskets, but they do not want Earlham to go on a run here.
We're going to get someone else that's going to get her shot at guarding Shelton here in a moment.
And timeout. Rose Hulman. We're going to make this immediate timeout. Rose Hulman back up by 11, ties its largest lead of the match. We'll take a short break here, come back on rhit.tv.
Nanotechnology is in so many different facets of our lives that we don't even realize. So the easy thing is smartphones, nanoscale chips that are in the smartphones. Something else you don't think about are the sensors in all of our cameras. Those sensors that give us the pretty pictures are made by nano engineers. Glitter, it's everywhere, right? Parents' worst nightmare. It's actually a highly designed structure of thin films that they create to have a certain effect. And so that's why you have a single colored glitter, you have a color shift glitter. That's nano engineering.
Rose Hulman on top, 51-40. Sean Shepard alongside my broadcast partner, Chris Schumer. And Earlham starting to fade away a little bit. And Rose Hulman, the duo of Godoy Rodriguez and Fennell have really been a big factor of this game. 14 points for Fennell, with 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks. 12 points for Godoy Rodriguez, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks.
Take her on my team, that's for sure.
She's doing what she's supposed to be doing. That's for sure. Aguero checked in for the first time today.
Ooh, how about that little reverse? It was almost a two-handed reverse, just kind of threw it up over her head.
Yeah, from Alexis Lynch. Inside, Mayer. Shot will not fall. Pass ahead to Lynch. Going up with it and gets a shot to fall through some contact. So 4 straight points for the Quakers. Peterson.
One of them who hasn't scored much in this basketball game.
Now here comes another opportunity for Earlham. Oh, nice pass inside. Lynch misses the layup, but what a pass. No look. Here's Rodriguez, who just joined. There's 3 Rodriguez's on this team. This one is just Rodriguez, though. So it's Columbo Rodriguez.
Yeah, one of the things you always notice about a Rose Hulman roster as Fennell, it looks like that was a 2.
And they're going to take a look at this in the next timeout. It was a 2-point. It was a 2-pointer. If it was, it looked like a 3 from here, but it looked like if it was a men's 3, it would have been a 2.
About to say, Rose Hulman just always has players that come from further away than you might expect a liberal arts school in Terre Haute, just because some of those competitive academic programs they have.
Well, Rose Hulman, one of the best engineering schools in the nation. That's probably why they're able to do it.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. And there's Peterson.
Peterson now with 10.
They're going in the opposite direction here. They're putting Peterson on right, and I kind of like that too.
I like that too, actually, because she's got some size on her. She's quick, and she can guard her. Some nice defense from Peterson. Rose Hulman with numbers. Fennell, an open 3. Will not fall, but she was fouled.
You get to land as a shooter, and she didn't have that space. It wasn't a ton of contact. She did the right thing and fell down, but it was a foul in my book.
Another media timeout here. We'll take it with them. 55-46, Rose Hulman on top with 3:06 to go on RHIT.TV.
IndianaSRN wants to put more kids on TV. And honestly, that's exactly what these kids deserve. They stream more than 350 high school and college games every year, giving Indiana athletes the spotlight they've earned. All games are free to watch with on-demand on their YouTube channel. The cost is amazingly affordable, which means more kids get their moment to shine. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
At Riskwork, we're Team Indiana through and through. From coaching youth basketball to protecting critical infrastructure. Like our partners at IndianaSRN, we invest in people first. That same grit and leadership on the court drives our work in cybersecurity. We help businesses stay secure, resilient, and ready with no guesswork. If you can trust us to protect the grid, you can surely trust us to protect your Indiana business.
55-46, looks like the score remains the same. They were reviewing the last shot. If Fennell's 3 was last shot was a 2 or a 3. Looks like it remains a 2. So looks like a foot must have been on the line.
Good eye from the referee. I certainly missed it. He's explaining it now.
Well, I thought Fennell was going to be getting 3 shots, but apparently not.
Yeah, I don't know about that. That was weird.
Regardless, and a travel. I think that's probably the explanation that Coach Paul was getting, not whether it was 2 or 3, but why she's not shooting free throws.
You're right.
That confused me too, unless it was after she landed.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a pretty good look at it. Yeah, we'll let them be the caller, make the calls tonight.
Shelton inside, and kind of forces up a shot. Does Lynch. Peterson, before putting down her second foot, gets a shot up and gets a shot to fall.
Patented coast to coast for Peterson.
She's got 12. And again, there's the size that Peterson has over Amari Wright. 7 inches on her. Kaylin Fennell, shot does not fall off her foot. And saved by Peterson. Rodriguez at 3, too strong. Right pass ahead to Lynch. This layup will fall. Under 2 to go here in the third quarter.
Peterson, a player, be really interested to see what position she plays in the future, because you could probably put her 1 through 5 out there and she'd do good things for you.
Meyer 3. Not this time. Saved from tried to save it, but could not do so. Take a look at that last bucket by Peterson.
We get a taste of just the slowdown and the Euro step right through there off the backboard.
And still showing some pressure is this Rose Hulman squad. They have Hawkins on Shelton right now. Similar build, so maybe it might not be the worst thing.
I mean, that's the way they started the game.
And they kind of went off for whenever she was on the bench.
Could have been an opportunity for Earlham to grab a timeout there.
They have 3 more, it looks like. Shelton.
Oh.
Nice fake and draws the foul. This one will probably go on Reese. And it will. That's her first.
Shelton shows the crafty veteran move there. Little fake handoff.
Another double-double for Shelton. Now, whenever I see B. Shelton, I think of Blake Shelton, but it's Berkeley Shelton. First one out, but 19 points and 11 rebounds for the junior. Make it 20 and 11. Here's Rodriguez, free throw line jumper, gets the roll. Back up to a 10-point lead for Rose Hulman. Under a minute here in the third quarter. It's right, inside. Some nice ball movement here. An open 3 for Aguero is good.
And that one's deep.
A freshman. Averaging 3 points a game this season. In 23 games played.
Shooting about 27% from 3.
Rose Hulman playing for the final shot. Rodriguez at the buzzer, will not fall, and right with the rebound. That'll end the third quarter, 59-52. Rose Hulman on top after 3 here on RHIT.TV.
Who was both the athletic director and the basketball coach at the time, wrote me a letter. Said, we're interested in you coming to the school. And so I went over and visited in January or February of 1977 and kind of fell in love with the school. And I felt like if I can get a degree here, I'm going to get a job, and that mattered a lot to me. Hi, I'm Steve Hill, CEO and President of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. I get to work with an amazing team to promote Las Vegas as the #1 tourist destination and the go-to place for conventions, sports, and entertainment. We've helped expand the convention center, launch the Vegas Loop, and bring big events like the Super Bowl, Formula One, and WrestleMania to town. As chairman of the Stadium Authority, I also help oversee Allegiant Stadium, home of the Las Vegas Raiders, and the future A's ballpark.
(59-52), Rose Hulman on top here. Sean Shepard alongside broadcast partner Chris Schumer. And Chris, Rose Hulman, trying to take over, but Earlham not making it easy on them.
They have not gone away in this game, and there's a reason. There's a matchup problem on the floor. Earlham may not be able to stop Rose Hulman enough to win this basketball game. But there's a nice two-man game going on from start to finish here for Earlham with Wright and Shelton. And the fact is, Rose-Hulman just doesn't have the personnel if they're gonna guard one-on-one to stop those two.
Fennell, free throw line jumper may have gotten tipped, but Rodriguez got the rebound out of bounds anyways. Still showing some pressure. The final under 10 minutes left of the season for Earlham. Can they end the season on a victory? Hard spill for Riley, but appears to be okay.
Aggressive drive there.
That foul on Reese. Riley, a 94% free throw shooter. Does not have enough free throws to be qualified for the leaders, but still 94%. It's a nice percentage to have.
It's probably about what you shot, right?
I probably shot 6%, so there's an even 100.
Okay, all right.
There's a reason why I never stepped court, not even in middle school. I did like some leagues and stuff when I was a kid, but for those who know me personally, we do not represent my last name very well.
Every time Peterson touches it, it's like, what's she gonna do?
She's an interesting player to watch because she's still got some of that freshman in her, but she can also make those big plays whenever it's needed.
That's what's so exciting about her. If you're Coach Paul, is like you see her rawness and there's still so much polish to put on her game, but boy, the set of tools that she brings to the team.
There's Fennell again. That was a chance to make it a one-possession lead. Just a one-possession lead for Rose-Hulman. Looks like Fennell might have been tripped, but loses control of it, and now Shelton inside. Nice pass. And Lynch probably should have gone up with that.
She should have, but I think if you're Shelton, I think I want you to be a little bit more selfish there. Be aggressive.
Especially with the night you're having as well.
Yeah. We want you to be the one who scores there. And we can live with kind of a contested miss on a layup.
This is the first rest of the night for Caitlin Fennell. Reese driving in and draws the foul. Free throw's going to be a big factor coming down the stretch. So far, Rose-Hulman has not missed a free throw, while Earlham 9 of 15. But these are just free throws 8 and 9 for Rose-Hulman. Might be broken. 8 of 8 now. Reese, again, an 87% free throw shooter.
Guess it's only me that jinxes them. You can say whatever you want.
I've had my fair share of jinxes for sure. Tell you one off air. It's pretty funny. Nice defense from Peterson.
Such an air of confidence about her. Like she's going to make some mistakes, but she's going to make mistakes while being aggressive. I think you'd rather work from there than the other way around.
He's from Cincinnati, Ohio. And took a nice little trip here.
Oh, good pass.
Shelton left that short, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, off the back board, and it's rebounded by Rose-Hulman. Godoy Rodriguez could not get that one to go. Was trying to draw the foul. And to no avail. Rose-Hulman now with 4 players in double digits. Reese now with 11 after the 2 free throws. Manel leading the way with 16. Godoy Rodriguez with 12, and Peterson with 12 as well. Again, a nice play from Godoy Rodriguez, trying to create some distraction for Earlham in the backcourt.
Made her case that it was a double tip. Ref disagreed.
Take a short break here. Timeout. So we'll turn to immediate timeout. 61-54. Rose Hulman on top. This is college basketball here on RHIT.TV.
Your kid's Friday night touchdown. Just Wit HD on Roku. IndianaSRN is bringing Central Indiana high school sports right to your living room in crystal clear quality. With over 350 live contests streaming each year, from football under the lights to basketball buzzer beaters, we're putting local athletes in the spotlight. Search IndianaSRN on your Roku device today and never miss a moment of hometown glory.
Countdown 3, 2, 1.
Timeout was called by Earlham. Down by 7 with the ball. You know, these possessions just keep getting bigger and bigger for Earlham as their season winds down. While for Rose Hulman, again, if you win, you're in the conference playoffs. So,
and on the other hand, if you're Earlham, you're still one run away from being right in this thing. I mean, it's been kind of consistently right around, you know, this much of a deficit.
Oh, I saw the play. Just not the best inbounds pass, but the right idea.
And who else but Godoy Rodriguez with the block.
And Peterson mishandles it and goes out of bounds.
Right pass from Reese. And if you're Peterson there, I think she's just kind of trying to score it before she has it in her hands.
Shelton. Right inside. Through triple team. Finds an open player in the corner. Does not get the fall, but Riley gets her own rebound. Shelton inside. Gets the shot to fall. 22 points from her.
I don't think she'll get the stat, but I think Godoy Rodriguez tipped that three-pointer in the corner as well. She just affects so many shots.
Here's Peterson. Reese. Inside Barrett loses control of it. And last touch by Shelton. And Fennell will check back in. And they need her on the court probably the last 6:55.
Just under 7. You're down 5 if you're Earlham. Very much still in this thing.
There's Fennell. Shot's got to go up. No one knew it.
Probably, you know, of the two there.
You got to think Fennell's going to have more.
You've got to shoot that.
Has to have more awareness, although I didn't really see it until the clock was at 3. Riley. Hands it off to Lynch. Shelton ties the season high with 24 points, and more importantly, it's a one-possession game.
It shows a little bit of range there. I've already noticed that Wright trusts Shelton to help her bring the ball up in this game. Shows that she can do a little more than make a layup.
Here's Reese. Nice pass inside. And Rodriguez will draw the foul. To be more specific, Gallegos Rodriguez. 77% free throw shooter. Up and in. Makes it a two-possession game again. Gets them both to fall. Rose Holman is still showing some pressure here. Again, Earlham here.
Yeah.
The last quarter of the season for them. So really playing for pride at this point. A miscommunication between Aguero and Riley.
I thought that was a missed opportunity for Earlham to set up basically an isolation post up there for Shelton on the other side of the court, and they just kept bringing it back to this right side.
Peterson. Godoy Rodriguez. Floater will not fall. Rebounded by Earlham. Bradley. But she wanted to wait until Shelton got back on that side of the court. And Shelton, career high, 26 points for her.
Plenty of time to get some more.
And timeout taken by Rose Holman. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. How about this fight from the Quakers?
I think Earlham's role players have quietly had a real nice second half.
They've had a couple of nice, they have. Godoy Rodriguez again with 12 points. Fennell with 16. Peterson with 12. Look on the other side for Earlham. 26 points for Shelton. 12 rebounds for her with 2 blocks, 1 steal, and 2 assists. So really been dominating overall in this game.
Shelton's put up 19 shots. She's shooting 52.6% from the field. And that's an indication that they're getting what they want offensively. And I don't see why in the last 5:03 you wouldn't be getting her a touch on every possession.
I know this may be a stretch, but Wright's on triple-double watch as well. 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists.
Oh, wow. Yeah, good eye. That's not even that much of a stretch.
You can get 3 rebounds and 2 assists in 5 minutes of game time. Fennell. Peterson blocked. Chance for Earlham to tie this game here.
Shelton's got to get a touch inside.
Instead, it's Riley who gets her own rebound. Aguero to Riley for 3 for the tie. Off the rim and last touched by Lynch. Oh, a break for the Engineers, a wide open 3. Here is Reese. Drives in. Shot won't fall, but she was fouled. That one on Mari Wright. That's her first. And Julia Meyer checks back in for Rose Holman. Misses the free throw, the first miss of the night for Rose Holman from the charity stripe. Back to a 2-possession lead, 4:08 to go in the fourth quarter.
It's an opportunity for a fast break here. Ooh.
And the pass saved.
Yeah,
inside, draws the foul. It's going to be on the floor. Looks like she was going to be passing the ball.
Yeah, Peterson didn't like it, but she
No
was
argument.
getting her with the body for sure.
And a little argument from Coach Joe Adams.
I actually agree with the official here, and here's why. I think the
Actually,
foul,
they're gonna talk this over.
I think the foul was early on the drive. She was fouling her way before she shot it.
They're going to take a look at this. Yeah, they're going to take a look at this to see if she was shooting. I'm not sure if she was. I don't know if she was passing or if she was trying to go up for the shot.
I thought Peterson was bumping her the whole drive.
Well, they didn't blow the whistle until
the whistle.
The
right.
ball was in the air.
That's kind of the problem, right? Is when the whistle got blown.
Let's see here.
They're going to stick with what they called, which is what I saw, but your point is certainly valid. When did they call it?
So in we are, under 4 to go. Lynch. Back to right. What she got up her sleeve. Puts it up, will not fall. Rebounded by Peterson. It's kind of been a tough second half for Wright when it comes to scoring.
Well, I think Peterson's length is bothering her.
And Reese makes it a 6-point game.
But again, I mean, you got to get Shelton touches.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever creativity you have to employ offensively, you got to find her.
Loses control of it, gets it back. And they call, and Earlham got the timeout. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. So the season ends for the Quakers after this game. And for Rose Hulman, if they win, they're in. And even if they don't win, they're still in good shape to make the conference playoffs. But if you are Earlham here, what's your mindset the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds?
Well, I keep saying it. Get the ball to Shelton. and right now, you ought to be drawing something up, by the way, for it. You know, because the last few possessions, you've struggled to get it to her. And that's probably an indication of Rose Hulman having figured out, like, we got to prevent her from getting it. But, yeah, if you're Earlham, I see no reason why you're not running some sort of cross screen or something like that to get her a different look to get the ball.
Well, Rose Hulman started off shooting the basketball pretty well from three-point range at 3 of 3, but since then just 1 of 12.
We pointed out they are toward the bottom of the conference in three-point shooting. Fennell's kind of the great exception there.
She's 2 of 5 from 3 today. The last 3 was made at the end of the first half. 0 of 5 in the second half. The 4 to shoot, Riley gets it to go.
It's a tough angle for Riley. Credit to her.
She's got 6. Under 3 to go. Reese to Peterson. Drives in and moving screen.
And great opportunity for Earlham here.
Had a couple of chances, just have not been able to get over the arc.
Earlham keeps starting their possessions with the high screen roll, with Shelton setting the screen, and I think that's kind of taking her out of some of these possessions. I'm sure she's a good body to set a screen, but you don't want her to get it, you know, at that part of the floor. There it is right there.
Pick and roll.
Ooh.
This is the layup. Ball might have been tipped.
She needed to gather herself there. Go up off of 2 feet.
Reese does not mind draining some clock. Peterson. Shot will not fall. Under 2 minutes to go. Nearly stolen by Reese.
Clever play by Reese.
And Riley loses it and goes again last touched by Godoy Rodriguez. But again, more time coming off the clock. They call a foul on Reese.
Rose Hulman does have a foul to give.
It is the 4th foul, the 3rd on Reese. CK Gallegos Rodriguez checks in. It looks like Reese might be cramping.
She knows exactly where to go. She's done this before, I think. Ooh.
Rebound by Lynch, and it was not on the shot, but Earlham's in the bonus.
And that's what I mean there by Earlham's role players have had a nice second half. So first of all, Riley starts that play. She almost lays it in. And then it's Lynch that comes in, gets the rebound. Now she's going to the line. And all of a sudden it's one possession game with 1:39.
And Reese is going to check back in. Pinning a free throw make. Just a 2-point game with under 100 seconds to go here in Terre Haute. Two in-state rivals from opposite sides of the state. A long drive down I-70, ball stolen.
The play was by Riley again. Looks like she thought about launching it.
Riley probably should have. Instead, finds Wright.
Triangle game there on the left side of the court. They finally bring it over.
Chance for a tie right here. Will not fall, but was fouled.
That might have been our first look there at the matchup that I was calling for in the first half. I'm sure it was the result of screening.
Take a look at that. No, that was the plan, to have her on her the entire time.
Someone watched the broadcast.
Third foul on Peterson. First one up. First one gets the roll. It's been that kind of night for Shelton in this free throw to tie it.
Ooh.
Second one missed. And the ball last touched by Earlham.
Great effort by Riley, though. Riley's a freshman. Really showing something here in the second half.
Boy Rodriguez finds Fennell. Drives inside, layup will fall. 3-point lead for the Engineers.
We're getting our money's worth here.
We are. We have a really good game. Lynch. 30 seconds. They do not need a three right here. Shelton inside, backing her way in. Ball loose, gets it back. And now an open three for Riley. Too strong, gets her own rebound, puts it back up and in. A 1-point game, timeout Earlham.
Riley's been all over everything in the past 3 minutes of this basketball game.
This second half for her has been really solid. Take a look again at the
Every time Rose
Shot from
Hulman
Fennell.
has needed a basket in this game, they've delivered one. And there's Fennell. The drive to the right.
And now at this point, you just have your best free throw shooters in. A 1-point game. Under 15 seconds to go.
Now I think if you are Earlham here, you want to try to get one trap, and then you got to foul. But if you can force a turnover, obviously that's better than the trap.
You do not want the clock to get below
Give
11 seconds.
You can give up 2-3 seconds to try to force an uncomfortable situation for whomever gets the inbound.
Anything under 11, you do not want, I would think, because then after that, you're looking at having to make a 3 territory. Well, if you're still at, if you're still at 11, 12 seconds, you can go down there in 5, 6 seconds, get a 2 foul, and then hope for a miss. And that is if Rose Hulman makes both their free throws. Because that's not guaranteed either. Timeout and advancing it. It looked like Fennell. Fennell was actually liking the play call because it looked like she had an open lane. But
yeah, I wouldn't be totally shocked if Coach Paul drew something up to go deep based on what they just saw.
But now they're advancing the ball. So it's just like they do in the NBA. In women's college basketball, whenever you call a timeout, you get to advance the ball beyond half court. A new rule within the last 4 or 5 years.
Which is almost certainly why he did it.
You know, your best play would be to have someone just get the ball in the back court, like run in the back court and try to waste 3 seconds or so. Your
Reese
fastest
is going to
player.
inbound it because she's the best passer on the team.
No, only a second one off the clock.
And
but
Fennell,
the issue is you have the best free throw shooter in the conference.
Yeah, I
That's
was going to
charity
say,
stripe.
as we saw in the first half, Fennell is
Oh,
best.
there was. That was only the 4th team foul.
Yeah, we're going to see something similar though. Ooh,
Maybe.
That's a win for Earlham. Which isn't to say that Peterson can't knock down these free throws. I'm sure she can.
She's
but they were
78.
able to keep it out of Fennell's hands.
Fennell and Reese.
And that was credit to Wright because Fennell looked initially like she was going to be wide open, but Wright smartly covered her.
Peterson, a 78% free throw shooter. This is the first. Could we be seeing some bonus basketball? Second one up, second one in. Now for Earlham, do you play for the tie or do you play for the win here?
Oh,
Never mind,
Peterson.
turnover.
Got to get a foul now.
And now just moving the ball around. And that's who you want to be shooting the free throws.
That's so tough for Earlham, who worked so hard to get themselves back in that situation to where you can go down and tie the game or take the lead.
Wow, just a tremendous play from Rose Hulman, but a costly error. Oh, a missed free throw. It's not over yet. But now here's the question: do you foul up 3? Or if you tie the game on a half-court shot?
Yeah, call timeout, right? If you got one.
They don't have one.
Oh.
So from half court, and that's no good. And Rose Hulman is victorious, and they have officially clinched a spot in the HCAC playoffs.
And the 6th seed, right? We know for sure that they have the 6th seed.
I believe so. Yes.
Because they have the tiebreaker with
Yes.
Bluffton and with
Yep.
Hanover.
So, yeah, they will be the 6th seed, which means they will be playing Anderson next week, a team that they just beat not too long ago.
The availability of Emma Shipp will matter a lot in that one, you
Yes.
have to think.
Yes. Take a short break here, go over some stats, and then end up with a coach's interview from Coach Deverin Paul. Rose Holman wins 70-67. Take a short break here on RHIT.TV.
When I was growing up, I had pretty good math skills, and I had a high interest in science. My mother's father was an engineer. Although I never really knew him, I knew of him. So the option of being an engineer was always exciting to me. And as I progressed through high school, one of the things that really stuck out to me, our football training room in high school had a Rose Hulman football poster. As I got closer to making a decision, I learned a lot about Rose, and the appealing thing to me was that it was going to be a small setting. I would maybe have an opportunity to play football, which I knew I wasn't going to be a professional football player, but the team association, the friendships, the camaraderie had always been important to me.
Rose Holman officially victorious and will play 3-seed Anderson on Saturday. In Anderson, a team they just beat not too long ago. Let's talk about some stats here. Player-wise, 4 players in double digits for Rose Holman. Fennell with 19, Reese with 14, Peterson with 13, and Godoy Rodriguez with 12. Well, on the other side, a career night for Shelton. 27 points, 14 rebounds. And Wright with 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists.
Yeah, really tough finish to the Earlham season because, you know, they lost so many in a row, and then you kind of tease yourself. You got that opportunity to go out on a win the same way you started the season, and then just a crucial mistake down the stretch. And if you're Rose Holman, you know, obviously you're playing without a key player. But fortunate to get this win. I don't think that's their best basketball that we just saw, and they're going to need to find it again before Saturday.
Especially on the defensive side. Rebounding-wise, battle barely won by Rose Holman, 43-42. Turnovers, though, 13 turnovers for Earlham, just 10 for Rose Holman. Looks like Coach Paul is coming up here right now.
It looks like we're going to get to talk to Kaya Peterson.
Kaya Peterson as well.
Made the key steal, as well as a free throw down the stretch. Was able to get several key baskets in this ball game.
Bye-bye, Chris. So we're going to have Kaya Peterson first. Well, hello, Kaya.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Doing pretty well. Congrats on the win and congrats on making the conference tournament. What's your overall thoughts on the game?
I think we played all right. I feel like we didn't play like the best on defense, but we got the win. So
You're facing a team on Saturday that you just played a couple weeks ago in Anderson. How do you plan on beating them again on Saturday?
I think being aggressive on the ball and keeping like long passes from going and being strong on closeouts because they are a shooting team. So we just need to make sure that we're not over helping so they can't get open threes.
Let's talk about the play that sent you guys to the conference tournament and your steal on the inbounds. What did you see on that play?
Well, like basically I didn't really know what was going on, and then I was like, oh, we playing full court man, and I knew a girl was behind me, so I was like, oh, they're probably going to throw that pass, and they threw it multiple times in the game.
Talk about the defense as well, and Amari Wright the second half really limited her as well. What was the big key to that?
We knew that she ran most of their offense in the first half, and she already had 16 points, I think, in the first half. So we would just like keep her from getting the ball, which I think we did a pretty good job. I think we limited her a lot in the second half.
Got anything to say to your fans that have shown up for you all season today?
Do I have anything for the fans?
Like anything to say to the fans that have shown up for you guys all season?
Thank you guys for like coming to watch us. I know it was rough in the beginning, but I feel like we really pulled it through and got it together.
And Kai Pearson made that big play, winners of the last 4 out of 5 games. We'll see you Saturday at Anderson.
All right.
Coach, we're ready for you.
Dang, Kaya. I need to bring a towel for you next time. Dang, bruh.
Are they sweaty?
Yes.
Well, Coach Devin Paul, congrats. 4 wins in the last 5 games. Probably not the way you wanted to win today, but you still got the victory. What are your overall thoughts on this game?
Definitely not what we wanted to do, but we came out with the victory. I want to give all the honor and glory to Jesus Christ, my Savior. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be able to do this. But we found a way to pull it out, and sometimes at this point in the year, that's really all that matters. I'm excited about our team and how we were able to be on another side today where we had to kind of like fight back and make sure that we secured the win, and we did that.
Well, with this win today, you guys made the conference tournament. Looks like you're playing Anderson on Saturday, a team you just faced a couple weeks ago. What are the plans to beat them again like you did back on the 7th?
Well, I think the plan is to just play team basketball. I think we're a much better team when we're moving the basketball around, when we're getting shots out of our offense, and creating offense from defense. I think we just have to be aggressive on the defensive end. We have to rebound the basketball. But all of the things that we know we should do, so just being who we are.
Emma Shipp was not in today. Clearly a big miss for you guys today. A, her availability, if you can comment on that, and B, how her replacements did today overall.
I think that one of the best things about this team this year is we're composed of a lot of different players, so it doesn't fall on one person. So not having Emma Shipp is definitely a huge loss for us as a team, but she should be able to work back into the lineup, I feel like, by Saturday. But we'll see how she feels coming out to practice tomorrow and stuff. But, I mean, she's a big part of what we do, so we would definitely like to have her out there.
And something else, closing out games, something that kind of was a struggle fest in the beginning of the season, kind of doing better as the season goes on. What's been the key to that as well?
I think the key to anything is just to continue to get better. You know, it's not a bad loss if you learn from it. And that's what we were saying at the beginning of the season. And I think that we took those losses on the chin and we started to learn and we started to develop and to come together as a team. So what you're seeing now is just a group of individuals that's just committed to the process. And I can't be more proud of the team that we have to say that we started the season off 0-8 and now to be in the conference tournament and to be going on the road to play the 3 seed and have a 6 seed in this conference. I just think it just speaks to the type of players that we have.
That's all I have for you, Coach. Congrats on the win today. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
And Devin Paul, Rose Hulman improves to 9-16 on the season, 8-10 in conference play. They will face Anderson on Saturday. Not sure the time yet. We'll have that pretty soon. While Earlham, 1 o'clock on Saturday. So we got that note already. Earlham falls to 1-24 this season, ends this game on a 24-game losing streak, and 0-18 in conference play. But this will wrap it up here from Terre Haute. So for my broadcast partner Chris Schumer, this has been Sean Shepard signing off here from one last time in Terre Haute this season. Have a good night, y'all.